If you want to make a lot of money in this next crypto bull run, listen up, because I'm going to be sharing the only 3 cryptos you need to be buying going into this next month of June 2025. I've been tracking these coins for a couple months now, and now is the time to get in. So without further ado, let's get into what these 3 coins are, and the second one's going to be my favorite. Real quick, if you guys want free crypto or free money just for signing up, which I don't know who wouldn't, Coinbase gave me a special link where all you guys have to do is sign up and you'll be eligible to get up to $400 in free crypto. So if you guys want that free money, the link will be down below. Okay, so coming in at number 1 is going to be Ethereum. Now, before you click off this video, let me explain why this is a coin you should be buying right now. All right, so Bitcoin just passed all-time highs, right? We're seeing massive volume, record ETF inflows, big money pouring into Bitcoin. But here's the thing, most altcoins, they haven't moved at all. And this is exactly how it always starts. First, money flows into Bitcoin, then it hits Ethereum, then it spills into everything else. So if you're trying to actually make a lot of money right now, you got to understand something. Ethereum is next. Now, besides the fact of the flowchart that I talked about earlier, Ethereum just dropped a major upgrade called Dencun, which added something called proto-dank sharding, which basically means faster speeds, lower fees, and layer 2s like Arbitrum, Optimism, and Coinbase's base network getting more cheaper and more scalable. This makes Ethereum a beast for scaling. Apps are going to get cheaper, games are growing, and the network can now serve millions of users at once without getting clogged up and having expensive fees like they did back in 2021. And that's not all. There's another big upgrade called Pectra coming in 2025 that brings smart wallets, bigger blocks, and more staking features. Ethereum is evolving faster than ever, and to top it all off, Wall Street finally gave ETH the green light, because in 2024 the SEC approved 8 spot Ethereum ETFs. BlackRock, Fidelity, VanEck, ARK, they all got approved. And what does that mean? You and anyone else can now buy Ethereum through their own brokerage account, which is a game changer because it puts Ethereum in front of every investor's face. 401ks, IRAs, pension funds, all of it. Anyone can buy Ethereum now. In the first week alone, spot Ethereum ETFs brought in over $250 million. That's fresh capital flowing into Ethereum every single day. And while everyone's distracted by Bitcoin's new all-time high, Ethereum is quietly dominating with over $65 billion locked in DeFi, millions of users interacting across layer 2s, NFTs, gaming, tokenized assets, all being built on Ethereum. And don't forget, it's still the #1 network for developers by a long shot. But here's where it gets interesting. Because of Ethereum's burn mechanism, every time people who use it, a portion of Ethereum gets burned, basically permanently destroyed. So during periods of high activity, Ethereum becomes deflationary, so the supply actually shrinks. So when demand spikes, there's literally less Ethereum available to buy for people. It's kind of like if every time people used Amazon, a portion of the Amazon stock would disappear. Imagine what that would do to Amazon stock price. So if you want to do what all the rich and smart people are doing right now, they're buying up as much Ethereum as they can because they know once the money starts flowing in, it's going to flow in really fast and price is going to move extremely fast as well. All right, if we look at the price action for Ethereum, currently it's trading at about $2,500. I have my support line right over here about at 1426. I'm on the daily candle. As you can see, my indicator was telling me a couple of times when to buy and sell, so I made some good profits over here during the sell signal when we're in a little bit of a bearish trend, and I made some profits up over here when we crossed out of this candle, of this line, and we crossed up over here into the $2,500 range. Now, the thing I'm watching, and for all of this to work with Bitcoin going into large caps and large caps to mid caps to low caps, we really need to see Ethereum like drive up price. Like I would prefer to see if Ethereum can get about to $3,000. That would give it really good confirmation of bull run confirmation that I'm looking for. So as long as we can get to around $3,000, I think we're in a very good spot of being in that crypto bull run. Because right now, currently, we're already in all-time high territories for Bitcoin. Yeah, we're down over, a couple of thousand, but we've passed all-time highs, and that's what we saw over here. And now for this whole thing to work, we need Ethereum to go higher in price. We need that bull run in Ethereum, which will cause everything else to go. And one more thing I want to show you about the passive Ethereum is, and before I do, real quick, if you guys do want my trading indicator that tells you exactly when to buy and sell, like over here, there was a sell signal, there was a buy signal, and just make trades based on this, I'll put a link to where you guys can get my indicator down below. If we go back over here to 2021, I just want to show you guys how fast Ethereum moves and why it's better to get it now and sooner than later. So right over here, this is when Ethereum kind of bottomed out in 2021, kind of like how we are right now. It took Ethereum just a couple of months, maybe 1 or 2 months to move up 100%, and then boom, another about 100-ish% in the next couple of months. Like this price action moved extremely fast, and a lot of people weren't ready for it because they thought, oh, Ethereum is already about $2,000, how much higher is going to go, and we went all the way up to almost $5,000. All right, coming in at number 2 is going to be Pepe. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, seriously, a meme coin? Trust me and listen. After years of research, I've noticed meme coins move very different in times of a bull run, because after that money flows into Ethereum, people make their money and they kind of get bored. And where does that money go next? It goes right into meme coins like Doge, Shiba, and Pepe. Now, there's millions of meme coins already out there, but there's a specific reason I think Pepe will outperform all the other ones in this specific bull run. The reason is Pepe is new to this bull run cycle. We've had Shiba's run, we've had Doge's run, and now I believe it's Pepe's time. It has a multi-billion-dollar market cap already, so this coin isn't going anywhere. The coin came out in 2023 during a bear market, so the coin hasn't had its own bull run yet. But you're probably asking yourself, but Faris, it's just a meme coin, it doesn't do anything. Exactly, that's the point. It does one thing, and one thing really well. It goes viral. In 2024, Pepe exploded 50% overnight just off a Robinhood listing. It's always trending on Twitter. It surges whenever Elon tweets anything crazy. It's pure internet energy, and that's what meme coins thrive on. When the bull run hits and people start chasing that what's next, they want cheap, fun, explosive tokens, and Pepe's already proven that it can deliver. So I truly think when that time comes, Pepe will see some crazy price action. All right, looking at the price action for Pepe, it kind of has the same trading pattern like Ethereum that we looked at. It kind of just broke out of this trend line over here, and we saw a huge upside over here. I actually bought in down over here when my indicator told me when to buy. So if you guys want this indicator, like I said, it will be down below. And I made some sizable returns over here. I sold half of it. I'm still holding on to the other half, just because I truly see potential in Pepe, and let me show you why. So like I said earlier, Pepe came out back in 2023, way after that bull run that we had in 2021. And if we look at the price action for Doge in 2021, we saw this huge run up that Doge had back then during its bull run. And Doge was that new meme coin, I would say, that was out then. Before that, it was Shiba, Inu, and back in 2021, it was Doge that kind of had the huge run up. So if we go over here and see how high Doge went up back in 2021, I believe it was about 1,000%, close to 1,000% that Doge ran up during that bull run, and that was that meme coin. I truly think Pepe is going to be that coin that does it this time around. And also, Pepe is already listed on all the major exchanges, so there's no waiting around. Anyone can come in and buy Pepe, and that's kind of what meme coins need, that easy accessibility where anyone can come in and just buy. And that's kind of why Dogecoin and Shiba had crazy run-ups, and I really think Pepe will have that run up coming into this next bull run. But like I said, in the earlier clip, we really need Ethereum to start pushing up into that $3,000 range, and that's when that money will start now flowing into these meme coins. And finally, coming in at number 3 is going to be XRP. Now again, before you guys roll your eyes, stop being ignorant and trust me and just listen to what I have to say. Ripple, or XRP, is one of the most recognizable names in crypto, and for years it's been suppressed, stuck under a lawsuit, delisted, and been left out of the spotlight. But in 2025, times are different. The SEC lawsuit is done, XRP is cleared, and major exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken, and Bitstamp relisted the ability to buy on there. XRP futures are live on the CME, Canada has a spot ETF, and the US, multiple ETF filings are already in progress. And not only that, but on the back end, Ripple has been making some crazy moves as well. Right now, there's no retail money in XRP, but when it returns and we see institutional money start flowing in, XRP will go crazy because it's that coin everyone knows. It has a cheap unit price, massive name recognition. We've already seen how Dogecoin made a comeback with memes and nothing else, but XRP on the other hand has institutional clarity, real adoption, ETF filings in motion, massive partnerships around the world, new tech live on chain, and the price not anywhere near where it could be with everything it has going for it. And not only that, social media is crazy for XRP. Everybody and their moms is talking about how XRP can be that new coin. And when you have that much social media push around a specific coin, it's bound for success. Okay, and looking at the price action and technicals for XRP, currently it's trading at $2.34. We're getting very close to my trend lines over here. Curious to see how this will perform. Obviously, I really want to move up to the upside, probably something like this, and have a moonshot up over here to above $3. That would give it very good bullish confirmation. And obviously, over here, my indicator said there's a strong signal, so I have a little more confidence in the price of XRP being in a more bullish trend. But ultimately, like I said earlier, it kind of all just depends on how Ethereum does. There's a lot of eyes on Ethereum, and Ethereum really needs to perform in order for all these other coins to perform. The one thing that XRP has that a lot of these other coins don't is that social hype to it. There's a lot of people talking about XRP, and there's a lot of people that have money in it that just really want it to succeed. And because of that, we're going to see a lot of hype, and that's kind of the real reason why we saw this run up that we had back in late 2024, early 2025, with the coin going from about 60 cents all the way up to almost $3.30. Obviously, it's because of all the good things when it comes to the lawsuit and the ETFs coming out. But the biggest thing was social media. There was a lot of people talking about it, a lot of people pushing it, and that's kind of why a lot of people got into it, because it was a cheap price and everyone's talking about it. And they're talking about, I can go to $10, $20. But yeah, nonetheless, I still think XRP has a lot of room to grow, and I really think that it will. Once we get some confirmation from Ethereum, I think XRP will be that next coin where we start to see it going to $3.50 range. Real quick, I know a lot of you guys are into trading or want to start trading, so I highly suggest you guys checking out my very own trading indicator that I've created. I've been in crypto for over 8 years, and I've seen all of it when it comes to trading, and after months of developing, I put everything I learned and follow into this one indicator, which has helped me make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, the cool thing is not only does this tell you when to buy and sell for crypto, it works for any other asset class. So stocks, Forex, you name it. So if you're looking for something that tells you exactly when to buy and sell and to take your trading game to the next level and start making real money, I'll put the link to how you can access my indicator down below. Trust me, it's worth it. And remember, nothing I said today was financial advice. I'll see you guys in next week's video. Peace.